Hello and welcome back to Hammer Horror in Order, where the whole premise of the series is right there in the title. We're watching the Hammer films, horror movies, and thrillers in the order in which they came out, so chronologically, right? And we've worked our way up to the year 1966, specifically March 6th of 1966 here in the United States, or I'm sorry, in the UK. But it was April 6th of 1960, so exactly a month later here in the United States, and that is Rasputin the Mad Monk, starring Christopher Lee. Have either of y'all seen this movie before this one?
No. Not from its entirety. I mean, I've seen bits and pieces of it, clips of it here and there, or whatever. But this is the first time sitting down and watching it from beginning to end. And before we go too far into it, we almost always have some kind of synchronicity, right? That lines up. This time, apparently, when I was looking up the real Grigory Rasputin, he apparently died on what was known as the old style date, I guess, having to do with the Julian, the Gregorian calendars, all that. But it said the old style date that he died on was December 17th. And
Wow. Which is the date that we're recording.
19 was it 1915, 1913, somewhere there. And yeah, that's the day we're recording this on, and the new style date of the
Now,
Gregorian calendar.
the other thing about this that makes this a lot different from a lot of the, well, hell, probably most of what we watched here on Hammer, and probably most of what they did after, is that this is actually historically maybe not accurate, but this is
Yeah,
based on a real person, right?
yeah, that's what we were talking about off air as well. I only know of Rasputin pretty much through movie references. Although he's always fascinated me, I've never looked into the life story of the real Rasputin. So I will, though. I think I will. This might be the trigger to do it. All right, finally. I
Yeah,
know him through like Hellboy, right, where he was a disembodied head or
yeah,
something.
yeah. I mean, you see various caricatures or some form of it or something like that, and even
Hmm.
in this, it's not completely historically accurate, obviously, but
Yeah,
uh, apparently he was an interesting fellow in real life. And in this
yeah,
movie, even more so, like, because it's kind of hard to peg exactly what this dude is in this movie.
yeah. I know he's. I know, like I said, what I know of the real one is he's some sort of occultist type character who was a. I don't know if you. What would you call like a somebody that the czar would refer to? Like he became friends with, or became not a servant of, but of Tsar Nicholas II.
Hmm.
Right, he was the last czar of Russia before he was killed by the Bolsheviks, in the Communist Revolution and all that stuff. So he
Well,
was,
somewhere I saw he was labeled as a mystic.
yeah, mystic, I guess, occultist,
So
mystic
yeah,
slash
so it's
whatever. Yeah,
almost
yeah,
like there's like a tinge of religion here because that's where the Mad Monk thing comes, right? Where like,
yeah, yeah,
at least in
yeah,
this story, he's like kind of a reject from the monastery in a way because
yeah.
he was lecherous. He wasn't.
He didn't follow the doctrines. He was a
Yeah,
little bit
yeah,
blasphemous, I guess, right?
yeah. Well, full on. Like as far as like being like at a monastery or something trying to be a monk and then all of a sudden you're
Yeah,
performing your own miracles in not necessarily in God's name but just because, well, I have the ability to do it so I'm going to do it kind of thing,
yeah. They call that what, a heresy, or being a heretic, or
yeah,
blasphemy, or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Like I said, I don't know enough about him to go into, or to refer to this movie versus the real Rasputin, how it is, but it probably will be the trigger for me to delve deeper into him.
Actually, I
So,
mean, I'm sure there's got to be books and
oh yeah, I'm sure.
documentaries and all kinds of stuff that we need to check out, but yeah, I'm kind of like you. I'm more interested to find out more about the real guy now,
Yeah,
after watching this, because bottom line, it's Christopher Lee, so you know it's going to be
yeah,
great. But I mean, outside of maybe what like his performance as Dracula or something like that, this is probably one of his best performances that we've seen to date on any of these horror movies, and we're almost 40 movies into this thing, right?
oh yeah, yeah. I mean, he definitely went into it with gusto, into the role, and if you look at the real Gregory Rasputin, and then you look at Christopher Lee in this movie, he did a good job, I think, of portraying his look. Anyways, I mean, who knows? I don't know what he sounded like when he talked or whatever. And I mean, of course, this is movies in
Well,
English, not in Russian, but
yeah, and then there's that like it's a movie, you know, made in the UK, so
yeah,
Englishmen, and they don't even pretend to put any kind of accents
no,
on.
no, no, no.
They're just English accents, you know, like they're not trying to put on even like a fake English Russian accent. It's just
Mhm.
how they talk, you know. A
And his
lot of
beard, he's got the beard down. And also, I don't know if you saw the poster, and I don't even know if this was an American poster or a UK poster, but it's like the way they would do gimmicks back then too. And up in the top corner of the poster, it said something about be sure and get your Rasputin beard at the box office or whatever. For guys and gals, you get your Rasputin beard with a little elastic band to hold it on or whatever.
that's awesome. Lord knows
I'm
how
guessing
much.
it was an American poster because I don't know. Maybe the UK did the same thing, but I know
Sure they
for a
did.
fact American theaters, whether they be regular theaters, grindhouses, or drive-ins, would do cool little gimmicks like that. I wish they would do that these days. The best you get this day is a poster, maybe.
Yeah. Imagine how much those things would be worth if you still had
Oh yeah,
one of the beards that they gave out at
yeah.
this random showing of Rasputin the Mad Monk in April of 1966. And that they should have glasses too with the crazy eyes because I mean that's a big part of what Christopher Lee here, you know, those
Oh
crazy
yeah,
hypnotic eyes that he has in this movie.
yeah. He's good at that, like Dracula. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the hypnotic thing. Yeah, big eye. Making his eyes pop, kind of.
Mhm.
I mean, we don't want to go too deep into spoilers here, but I mean, I think we've laid it out pretty well. Like what's going on here is like this dude goes around performing miracles. So, you know, but it's kind of hard like whether is he actually doing this or is it
Mhm.
Yeah,
hypnotic
yeah,
suggestion kind of thing? You know, that's I guess
yeah,
it's
yeah.
almost written in a way where it's kind of left up to you to interpret
It's
what
like
you
yeah,
think, you know, what
interpret.
you think he's doing.
Yeah. And it may very. I'm sure it's like that for the actual Rasputin too, probably right.
Yeah.
As far as
Yeah.
you know,
I'm sure he had a lot of people fooled with sleight of hand or something like that, you know.
yeah,
I guess that just depends on how deep you want to believe in such things, right?
yeah.
Really, I guess that's the debate. But yeah, it's really well done. Obviously, it's Christopher Lee, so you know it's going to be quality there. But it was directed by Don Sharp. The screenplay was by Anthony Hinds, but I think he went like it was like one of those different names or whatever. Like for some reason they did that a lot. Like Anthony Hinds and a couple others for Hammer would write a lot of these movies, but it would be as a different name for some
Yeah.
reason. Maybe it
Just
was
so
so
I guess so they look like they had a bigger, wider staple of writers
maybe
and things like that.
realistically they got like five dudes writing and directing everything, but they made it look like it was a bigger deal. But well, it stars Christopher Lee, Barbara Shelley, I mean, who's another Hammer name, right? Like we've
Hammer
seen her a
regular.
few times, and yeah, I'm sure we'll see her a few times more. And Richard Pasco, so it's a great cast.
Hmm.
I mean, solid movie altogether. So we came together beforehand. What we do here is we give a consensus score, 0 out of 5 hammers. We don't give out stars. We give hammers, of course. And we decided to land on 4 hammers, which is pretty high territory for what we've done so far. I mean, like I think our conclusions so far, this far in, have been like none of these movies stink. Pretty much everything Hammer has done so far has been
Yeah.
entertaining on some level, or at least well done, right?
Yeah.
No, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, you won't be you might be disappointed in the way it maybe a movie is a little slow or this or that, but you will enjoy. There's no terrible Hammer movie that we've seen yet.
Mhm.
It's just the ones that we like better than others, and ones that are just kind of mediocre, maybe. But there's none that are absolutely this is shit I'd never watch again.
Yeah. So we give it 4 out of 5 hammers. So that puts it right now as the number 3 movie in our rankings that we watched, only behind The Curse of Frankenstein from 1957 and Horror of Dracula from 1958, which I believe Christopher Lee was in both those, right? I know he's in Dracula. He was in. Didn't he play
What was
Frankenstein's monster?
Yeah,
Curse
you
of
said the Curse
Frankenstein.
of Frankenstein,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
Curse of Frankenstein.
he's
Yeah.
the monster. Yep.
So the top 3 are
Yeah,
Christopher Lee
yeah.
movies. So surprise, surprise, right?
Yeah.
Either
The
hit
only
him
one
or
missing, the only other team missing is
Peter Cushing.
Peter Cushing from this movie.
Yeah,
He was in both of the other ones too. You just mentioned. So.
yeah, and usually another one is another thread too is either like usually Anthony Hinds is involved or Terrence Fisher
Or Terrence Fisher as
yeah
director
is
or something.
involved or
Yeah, yeah.
something like this. So we got
In
Don.
fact, like you said, those other movies, both of those were directed by Terrence Fisher.
There you go. So yeah, there you go. So next month. By the way, we obviously forced hammers. We highly recommend it. But next month, we'll see whether this one's going to hold up to this or not. I mean, that's a high mark, but It's a movie that came out the exact same day in the UK and in the US because it was part of a double bill with this. So this would have been an interesting double bill back then with
Yeah.
Rasputin the Mad Monk, the one we're going to watch next month, The Reptile.
Wasn't it also directed by the same? Was the same director? I mean, I could be wrong with that, but
Let me see real
I didn't
quick.
look that
No,
up to
that
see.
was directed by John Gilling, but it
Oh,
was
okay,
once again it
okay,
was written by Anthony Hinds.
yeah. Now John Gilling, I believe, did Plague of the Zombies. Though, pretty sure.
Yeah, that sounds right. Like
Yeah,
I don't even think there might have been another one or two in there
yeah, there probably is.
that we
I'm
talked
pretty
of.
sure. In recent memory, Plague of the Zombies, but yeah, probably was another one in there too.
Yeah. So stick around here on the channel. Go watch all of our other series, including Video Vortex, Grindhouse Gutter. We put up new episodes of the All American Spook Show podcast, which comes out every Monday at 6 p.m. East, right here on the channel or wherever you listen to your podcast. But yeah, stick around here, watch all the other stuff, and come back next month for The Reptile.